The Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. Red Rock Chiropractic Center in Lamberton offers specialty chiropractic care for spine pain, neuropathy, knee pain, plantar fasciitis, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Kyle Pankinen and his staff have extensive training beyond traditional chiropractic care and offer a variety of non-drug, non-surgical treatment options including spinal and knee decompression, deep tissue robotic laser, shockwave therapy, and more. Visit them at redrockchiro.com or call 507-752-7650 to learn how they can help you with your health concerns.
I'm joined right now by Red Rock Central senior Isaac Simonson, our athlete of the week this week. Congratulations, Isaac.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Let's go back to Thursday's game against Edgerton, and Edgerton is a team that they've got a little bit of size, they got a little bit of physicality, and matchup wise, that really seems to play into you guys' strengths.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously we really try and work through our posts through me and Corey, and that helps out a lot, and it makes it definitely benefits Jaden. We've learned to be a really good cutting team, and he scored a lot off that. And missed shots and block shots usually lead to him running out, and he's really good in the full court at making somebody jump or finishing at the rim or whatever it is. So, I mean, that does play to our advantage. Yeah.
I think that the big thing for your guards is to just not turn the ball over and get the ball into the offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, and I think that they're coming around at the right time because, beginning of the year, all teams are trying to figure out what they have and what they can do, and they're not really scheming as much. So, these last couple of games, I would say that definitely have drawn more of a double team, and teams have started to scheme more against it and had players in the other spots, which really opens up, 3-point shooting and backside cuts and everything else. So right now I'd say it's more about finding them and fighting that and spreading the ball over to get my one-on-one, so to speak.
When you look at just how you have evolved as a player, though, you are kind of a traditional back to the basket type of post player. But at the same time, your background in football and baseball also helps you out, because one thing that I've noticed on the stat sheet this year is the number of assists that you have.
Yeah, I mean, football is definitely, learning to be a quarterback and throwing it and finding windows and, throwing people open. And, so and a lot of it too in basketball, I think, is reading like a defender's body language. So I mean, like if the defender's looking like and they don't see Jaden cutting to the back door and they're just standing there flat-footed, I know like Jaden's fast enough. He's gonna go get the ball if I throw it out there to him. And it's a lot of that to find those and make it easy. Giving it to my teammates where they can finish and putting them in a good spot too.
Last Tuesday, you guys had WWG, and it's a very different WWG team this year than they've had the last couple of years, in that they don't quite have the experience this season that they had, but they still have a lot of talent, and that's a big rivalry game, obviously. What was the mindset going into that WWG game, and how are you able to put the whole rivalry and the excitement of just playing your biggest rival behind you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a big deal playing Westbrook. You always want to beat Westbrook. You always want to go at it. And last year we went 0-3 with them, and they got us every time. And I would say that it definitely played to their advantage to have that experience. And they had guys that knew what they were doing and knew their strengths. And they were a really good team, good basketball players. And this year it's a lot of new. So that helped us. And we thought that, we were a better team across the board. I mean, they had one really good player, and we knew we had to stop him. And after that, it's just about playing them. And if your guys have more points across the board, that's what matters. So
this season, the last couple of years, you've kind of been a consistent double guy. And this season, a pretty big milestone kind of snuck up, and I wasn't aware of it until it was getting really close. But you became the Red Rock Central career rebounding leader, surpassing Mark Engen, which when you consider Mark is 6'10" and had an outstanding career, played D1 basketball. That's a pretty sizable accomplishment for you.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it's always been a goal, and since I guess I would say like back when I was a freshman and sophomore, I maybe wasn't always the most skilled player and shouldn't have always been out there. But like looking at my freshman year, I mean, the guy in front of me got injured and I was all that was there. But, the one thing that I could always do is, rebound. I mean, points are always there, but you can just rebound. That's work. That's ethic. I mean, and that's just something that's always, I guess, it's come easy to me. I mean, just being there, going to go get the ball, boxing out is just always something that I've had to do. And this year it's just, I get it when you get focused into a game and it's about winning, it's easy to rebound. That's my mentality. It's easy to rebound when you're into the game. Those are the things you got to have. You can get the defensive. I mean, offensive rebounds are big, but if you can get defensive rebounds after stops, those are big in clutch situations.
Yep. As far as your evolution as a player, though, what do you feel has been the biggest area of growth for you as a player?
I would say that all around, I've definitely improved a lot this year. Points has definitely probably been my biggest standout, is just scoring around the rim, taking advantage of one-on-ones, just being that player. Assists, it also has helped me a lot. I realize that like the more you score, the more that everybody else is open. And every time it goes in, that just draws one more eye at you when you get the ball. And heads turn usually when I get the ball in the post, so somebody's always open on the backside. The
last couple of years, you've also had to get used to a different coaching style with Coach Pack coming in, and obviously when you look at the teams that he had when he was at Fulda and HLOF, they were definitely high tempo teams. So for him to come in and have a couple of premier post players, definitely a change in style, but you guys seem to have worked through that adjustment pretty well, and had a lot more success last year than you did the year before, and this year you're taking another step forward.
Yeah, I'd say we've definitely it has not been hard to get used to it. I mean, he came in and he's a good coach. He recognized, knew exactly what we had and what our strengths were, and our strengths were in the post, and we were big, and any good coach can take advantage of that. So that was definitely props to him. And we've learned a lot and had a lot of plays designed specifically for that. So was definitely had to switch his tempo, but I think that it's came around really well for us. So.
And this year, you guys came into the season with a lot more experience than you've had in previous years. How valuable was it to have guys that saw a lot of floor time last year and a veteran group this season?
Yeah, I mean, that it definitely helps. And to start the year off, I would say we had one of an extremely tough record to play. I mean, we had Sleepy Eye, who we beat, but they've went on, I think, an 11-1 run. I mean, they've been playing really well. And then, I think we had RTR in there and a couple really good solid teams. St. Mary's, who was a good team. Some of those we came up just short on, but last year we would have got beat by 40. So I mean, and the best thing about it is that we were disappointed we were short. You know, we wanted to win. We wanted to do it. But yeah, I mean that it's helped a lot, and we've definitely came around to our game quicker. And I still think that we have a lot to do, and we can play better. I'd say probably going to the state tournament in football last year. That was a pretty big deal for us, and we worked pretty hard at that. A lot of everything. I mean, it depends. Some mornings, you know, I'll be driving to school. I'll be listening to just slow music, getting in the mood for it, or some basketball games. It's a lot of pump up, faster songs, you know, whatever. It's a whole variety. You know, I guess just over the years, a tough one always going in is Southwest Christian. You know, it's always going to be a battle. Going to their gym, playing them wherever. I think they would say a leader. I think they'd say humble too. You know, I don't know. I don't think they'd say anything bad, but you never know. So I like to hunt, fish, a lot of outdoors stuff. Just pastime, video games, a little bit every now and again.
And of course, you're a senior this year. Have you started narrowing down the college process?
Yeah, a little bit. I'd say right now, just going, if I don't want to play any basketball anywhere, I'd probably be most headed to Brookings, South Dakota, and I'd pursue business out there.
Well, that should be all we need. Congratulations on a couple nice wins last week and a big milestone a couple weeks ago. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Red Rock Chiropractic Center in Lamberton offers specialty chiropractic care for spine pain, neuropathy, knee pain, plantar fasciitis, sports injuries, and more. Dr. Kyle Pankinen and his staff have extensive training beyond traditional chiropractic care and offer a variety of non-drug, non-surgical treatment options, including spinal and knee decompression, deep tissue robotic laser, shockwave therapy, and more. Visit them at redrockchiro.com or call 507-752-7650 to learn how they can help you with your health concerns.